Hello. Oh. Ah. Oh God. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello. Let's see who's here. Abdul. Hello. Tano Patalogra, Ronin Music, Archetype Pokari, Crime. Hello, yeah. Good evening. Okay, wait, hold on. I forgot to prepare. Let me prepare my. Let's see. Is this gonna work? How do I make this? Oh wait. Alright, let's see if my keyboard will. Nope, my keyboard is not working. Wait. Oh, I see why. I see what's going on here. Teka lang, guys. Okay, let's see if my keyboard works now. There we go. Okay, my keyboard works. Yeah, okay, good evening, everybody. So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about the Free Talk Medical Education Stream. So, there's no actual set topic, but, ano ba? There's no set topic. Just, we're gonna talk about the cases I've had recently and all that. I need to open up Paint because I'm gonna write using my tablet. Okay, hold on. We're gonna talk about my recent cases because I had a lot of cases. You know, I've been stressed out a lot lately, and I had a lot of cases, surgeries, different kinds of surgeries. Ugh. Oh, where's my tablet? Let me prepare my tablet. What's up, Doug? Hello. I'm good. Okay, I'm just trying to prepare my. Why is my tablet not working? My tablet is not. Oh, I see why. Okay, yeah, I got it. Why was it not? I don't know why it's stuck there. I never even moved my... Anyway, okay. I got my tablet here. Hello, Rion. Welcome. Oh, wait. Your avatar, Rion, is still the Kamen Rider. Oh, this Bosu baby. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Bosu baby. Okay, hold on. Let me just map my tablet. There we go. Okay. Alright! Okay, I'm ready. 100% Seisu gamer. I don't think you're safe. After all that stuff you've been tweeting, I don't think you're Seisu. Oh god, okay. It's the unseisu gamer. Definitely not Seisu. You are definitely not. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna block you for a bit. I'm gonna block you all. Okay. Hajimemashite. I can't read that one. Konnichiwa, hajimemashite. I can't read the last two characters. I'm sorry. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna talk about my recent cases. I've been really busy lately, so yeah. And the past few weeks, I've been so busy that I wasn't really able to schedule properly my streams. Like you see, I would just brainlessly put Omori and Tekken on my streams on Twitch, which is okay because I just wanted to concentrate on this too. But then, I have been wanting to like collab with other people, but it's just so hard for me to organize collaborations because how well, translation is Okusama. Okusama. Okay. Konnichiwa, genki desu ka? Genki da yo. May bagong tsaba. We'll talk about that later, okay? First, I'm gonna talk about the educational part, okay? Alright, so while I've been busy, I've had a series of surgeries, okay? A lot of them are, let me list them down, okay? So, let's choose a size. Okay, let's go. Shiori surgeries. Let's pick purple. So, I don't know. How do we do this? Shiori. Oops, I need some. Who's this? Don Rick Falcon, thank you for the sub. Okay, let's write it down here. What? Use can't I use here we go, brush. There we go. Okay, we'll use let's use a calligraph. Oh no, we'll use a pen. Color, natural pencil, watercolor brush. Okay. So, Shiori's surgeries. Shiori surgeries. Okay, so this is surgeries I've been having lately. So number one, we got let's see, what was the okay? One is what did I do? My latest surgeries were okay. Anterior resection. Anterior resection. that one. That was a complicated. I got 2. Let's see, which one was the interesting one? Yeah, anterior section. I will explain that later. The other one I did. What is my other? Let me look at my phone. I had so much that I don't even remember what I did. Hold on. What surgeries did I do? Oh wait, I had one. What is I had one case of mesenteric. This one was just very recent. Ischemia. Mesenteric ischemia. I think we could talk about 3 surgeries, and then another one is what is the other one? What was my other surgery? Oh, we could talk about breast also. I have one breast. Phyllodes tumor. Okay. Malignant. We'll talk about 3 of them. Malignant. Phyllodes tumor. There we go. Okay. 2 cells life-threatening. Yes, it is. It is. Alright, so, let's zoom out of this. Oh, I need to make this thing bigger. There we go. Alright, so these are my surgeries. Okay. Alright, so number 1, anterior section. So I think some of you people are asking, what is anterior resection? Okay. Yes, it's a rectum surgery. Tama pa, yeah. So basically, for number 1, anterior resection. Tama. Let's talk about number 1. Wait. Can I like change the brushes on? Oh, I can. I can change the brush to a crayon. I can change it to a crayon. Anterior resection. Okay. This one is actually quite complicated, okay? I am not... This is a, anterior resection is a surgery for rectal tumors. Okay. Rectal tumors. So... For... rectal tumors. Rectal... tumors. There's like different kinds of anterior resection also. They have like low anterior section, ultra low anterior resection, or high anterior resection. So they're usually called like HAR, LAR, and ULAR. So you have the HAR, which is high anterior resection, and then you have the LAR, which is low anterior resection. And there's the ultra-LAR or the ULAR, ultra-low anterior resection. Okay. The common one is this one, the LAR. So, when do you do, what is the difference? Difference between these 3, if it's a high, that sounds not medical, it's just a shortcut. Instead of just saying, oh, we did a high anterior resection, we did a low anterior resection, we did an ultra-low, you know, you should say HAR, LAR, and ULAR. So they can poop from anus anymore? That would be an abdominoperineal resection. Alright, so I'm going to show you some photos of let's look for pictures. We look for pictures of rectal tumors. Rectal, aha! Ho ho! Okay, I'm gonna open up another window over here. Open up another window. Oh wait, I chose the wrong thing. Oopsies. Wait, mali ako. I chose the wrong... Ito pala, sorry. Windows capture. Okay, that... Oh, it's too big. It is very big. Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, here on the side. Okay. Alright, rectal cancer. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We have some... the other gross pictures are pictures from colonoscopy. So, yeah, you can see all that. Let's see, which is it? Aha! Rectal cancer. I think there's one, live? Anterior resection. There should be a photo. I think there was a little photo here about it. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Aha! Here it is. Rectal anatomy. Oh my god, it's so tiny. Ito na lang kaya. It's so small. Open the genital. Look, it's so tiny. Okay, let's zoom it. There we go. There we go. It's kind of blurred though, so I'm sorry. But anyway, this is a zoomed in version of this is the rectum, okay? This is your rectum. So down here, at the bottom is your anus, okay? And then you see how it's divided into they have like different lines. It tells you what is, what part you resect, so that they call it that resection. So at the bottom where you have to close the anus is called an abdominoperineal resection. And then, if you resect up here on this first line, it's an ultra-low anterior resection. And if you resect here on this line, on this middle, is a low anterior resection. And higher would be a high anterior resection. So your rectum is 15 centimeters long, okay? Guys, your rectum, the normal rectum's length of a person is 15 centimeters long. Okay. 15 cm. Rectum. That's how long it is. So you can stuff in 15 centimeters of something. I'm just kidding. No, don't stuff anything. Don't stuff anything in your rectum. Any higher from 15 centimeters, you reach the sigmoid colon, okay? If you go beyond 15 cms, that would be your sigmoid colon, which is this one right here, this part right here, okay? Why are you posting a challenge? I don't know. It's up to you guys if you take it as a challenge, okay? It's up to you guys. My finger is only 10 cm. That is a very long finger. If your finger is 10 centimeters, that is very long. I don't think my finger does not reach 10 centimeters. What the hell? That is so long. That is very long. Anyway, so what is that surgery to remove tumors? Depends on where the tumor is. Okay. So this is the surgery we did. We had this one patient. So we had a patient who had a tumor that is 14 centimeters from the anal verge. So the anal verge is the anus, and it's 14 centimeters away. So we had to do an anterior resection or a high anterior resection. Okay, so we had to remove that tumor. And then, after you remove that tumor, you have to, when you resect the tumor or that part of the intestine, you have to reconnect the normal intestines together, okay? You have to reconnect them. And that is what we call an anastomosis. When you reconnect two hollow organs together, it's called an anastomosis. Okay. Usually you suture them, or you can do a stake. So in our case, we use a stapler because it's a lot easier. Staplers are very they're expensive, but they're like one of the best innovations ever in surgery. It cuts the surgery time by a lot because all you gotta do is staple them together. Anastomosis, yes. Anastomosis. Anastomosis. So this is like connecting or suturing together. Suturing hollow organs together. Okay. Di pwede yung paper staples like hindi available. No! That's different! That's totally different! For one, paper staples are not even sterile, so you can't use that. It just causes infections. And that's different. That is different, okay? The staples I'm talking about is, wait, hold on. I'm gonna change my window here, okay? I'm gonna change this window. We use the other browser. This is the other browser. Oh snap. Circular staples. Okay, here's a sample of them staplers, okay? Oops. Circular staples. Why is it not showing up? It's not showing up. Is it? It's not. It really went private. What the hell? Okay. What the heck? It's not showing. Wait. Google. Circular staple. Oh, it's not showing up at all. Why? Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, I got. What is wrong with this? It's not showing shit. Circular staple. Ayun, just go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Paper staples? I mean, I think he meant staples for paper. Okay, here we go. This is a circular stapler. This is what we use. See, this is it. It's this. It looks like this because you stuff it in their butt, just like this. See? You put it inside their butt. And then, from the abdomen, you put them together, and then you staple it, and then what happens is it will connect these two ends together. Saan gawa yung staples on surgical staples? I think they're titanium, if I remember correctly. I think. I don't remember. I actually don't know what they're made of. But I know no clips are titanium. I didn't exactly know what the staples are made of. Do they use the same for hemorrhoid treatment? The clips are titanium. I actually don't know what the staples are made of. Let's see. Surgical staples material. I actually don't know what they're made of. Oh hey, here we go. This is what See, this is how the staples are supposed to look like. Clinically accepted designs, and then the others are shitty designs. Where is the... anastomotic... What are anastomotic staplers made of? I actually don't know what they're made of. I was thinking it's titanium, but then I know the clips are titanium. And I can't find any explanation of what they're made of. Wait, let's check here. Oh, oh yeah, it is titanium. It's titanium. I'm right, it is titanium. They're made out of titanium. Some here are made out of surgical steel, stainless steel. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, this patient underwent, we were able to connect her bowels together. So, she has, now the patient is for chemotherapy. Because, you know, when it comes to surgical cancer, you don't just do surgery, you have to have chemotherapy and radiotherapy, especially radiotherapy. Very important. So, I get a lot of patients who are like, they have a tumor, are diagnosed with cancer, and then you tell them, okay, we're gonna remove it. We're going to remove the cancer or the tumor. They'll undergo surgery, and a lot of them think once you do the surgery, they're done or it's all good already, and that you don't need to do anything more. Which is like, you know, dead wrong. So if usually when it comes to cancer surgery, I'm telling you guys this, okay? So that if you have, for your education, usually when it comes to cancer surgery, it doesn't stop. When it comes to cancer treatment, it doesn't stop at surgery only. The patient usually has to have, like, chemotherapy afterwards, and sometimes it's radiotherapy. Yeah, lost to follow, but I get that a lot. Sometimes they just forget, and then they come back, like, worse, and they're wondering why. Sometimes they wonder why that happened, because they got surgery. I'm like, no, that wasn't the end of your treatment. You still need this, you still need the chemotherapy. Like, don't skip out on the chemotherapy. Okay. So hopefully this patient looks like they'll go through with the chemotherapy. Okay, next is mesenteric ischemia. Okay, this one I had this. Oh, this patient. Okay. Mesenteric ischemia. This one was very recent, actually. The other day I had this surgery done. This was the surgery I did that made me not able to. What was the reason why I was not able to do a gorilla stream the other day? Okay. Mesenteric ischemia. Okay. Alright, this patient... Alright, I'll tell you guys about mesenteric ischemia. There was this patient who came to the ER complaining of abdominal pain. Okay, the patient was complaining of abdominal pain, and the patient also said that they weren't able to. She wasn't able to defecate, and her abdomen was getting larger. So came to the ER and then had an NGT inserted, okay, nasogastric tube inserted, and there was a lot of fluid coming out. So we decompressed her, and then we did the x-rays. The x-rays showed her that her bowels were dilated and with air fluid levels. So when you say dilated bowels, x-ray. X-ray dilated bowels. I'll show you what an X-ray of dilated bowels looks like. Oops. X-ray obstruction. I will show you guys. Alright, here we go. This is what an X-ray of an abdomen with dilated bowels look like. So you can basically see the shape of the bowels. Look at this. You can see the shadows of the small intestine. So her X-ray kind of looked like this, or this. This one is a really clean one. It looks like this. Yeah, dilated. This is how dilated bowels look like, and they would have air fluid levels. So you can see like the dark ones are the air, and then all of a sudden you see this flat line or this cut off right here. That means it's fluid, so we call that air fluid levels. Alright, so the patient's X-ray kind of looked like this. Here we go, see. Multiple air fluid levels. That's how the X-ray looked like. Ooh, it's a GIF. So the patient had that, okay? But usually, alright, when a patient comes in with obstruction and it's a small bowel obstruction, we try to conservatize. So we hold off surgery first, because sometimes they nakakalusot, or it can pass, alright? So we put an NGT, and then waited like a day or so, and the patient said she was comfortable. The patient said she improved. Her abdomen, when I palpated her abdomen, it was a lot softer than previously, and she said she's feeling better. Her vitals were stable, okay? She said she was feeling better. Her abdomen got softer than when she just arrived at the ER. But then her NGT output, the output coming out, or the fluids coming out of her nasogastric tube, it was still a lot, and it was bilious, like it was green, okay? The fluids coming out was green. And it was like reaching a liter per day, which is a lot. Like, that is a lot. And I was like, this is odd. So I'm like, we can probably, but let's request a CT scan. We gotta find out what the hell's going on in her abdomen, because I did not understand what the hell was going on. Like, what would be causing this? Because you have this patient who's never had a surgery before in her abdomen, and she doesn't seem to have any other, like, she doesn't seem to have any other symptoms aside from that. So it was just really weird to me. And but I was able to palpate some kind of mass. Like, after we decompressed her bowels with the NGT, after removing the fluid, there was a palpable mass. Like it was a mass, a strange mass. I couldn't call it a tumor, but there was something there. There was something round and hard in her abdomen. So, there was something round and hard in her abdomen. I was like, what is this? I'm like, is this painful? Like, is this painful? And she's like, no, it's not. And like, really? It's not? Like, this is odd to me. I'm like, why do you have this? And she even, oh, I forgot to mention, she even brought she brought a CT scan with her. It was done in another hospital, like a few days ago, like days before she came to us. And the CT scan saw nothing, okay? There was nothing seen, like nothing out of the ordinary. And I was like weirded out. I'm like, why did the CT scan not see anything? And I could feel this, whatever this shit is right here. So I had to order another one. We ordered another CT scan. Okay, and then when I saw her CT scan, it was weird. I did not see any tumors or masses. Pero may nakita akong kaguluhan sa bituka niya. I just saw like weird shit going on in her bowel. In her small intestines. And like, what is this weird shit going on here? There was some weird shit going on in her intestines. And I don't know how to... Let's see. Maybe I can find one. Let's see. It looked like a small bowel... Hi. Let's see. Okay, let's look for a sample CT scan. Oh, no, I don't think it's this. Okay, let's try mesenteric scan. CT scan. I wasn't exactly pro. Oh my god, it's even here. It looks weird as hell. I can't. I don't know. I'm not good at reading CT scans. I can only like tell if I can only look at it and say, oh, there's an obstruction going on here, or this looks like appendicitis. But when it comes to like mesenteric ischemia, I am dumb with this. I have to ask a radiologist for this. So I don't know. But but I knew there was something wrong. I mean, when I looked at it, I couldn't tell what is going on, but I knew something was wrong with that CT scan. And but she would tell me that, oh, I feel more comfortable. I feel better. I feel comfortable. Her vital signs are stable. But that mass that I palpated was just really weird, and it's not seen in the CT scan, whatever that was. And aside from that, her NGT output was still like a lot. So I was like, okay, you know what? I told her, you know what? We gotta open you up, because I literally told her, kailangan ka na namin operahan. Okay? Kasi hindi ko maintindihan kung ano nakikita ko sa CT scan. I was like, we gotta open you up because I don't understand what the hell's going on with your CT scan. I was like, what the fuck is this? I told her, you have a mass here that is not seen in your CT scan, and that does not make sense to me. I was like, we have to open you up. Be like, although you're not feeling any pain, your vital signs are stable, which is good, but I look at your NGT output and there's still so much coming out. Your abdomen is still distended, and you have this mass here that is, I can't explain why you have this mass here. Your CT scan does not show any tumors, but there is something going on in the CT scan. And I feel like, you know what, we gotta open you up. So we did a stat surgery. That was the reason why I wasn't able to stream the other day. I was really planning to do a Guerrilla Tekken 8 stream, but then surgery took like 5 hours. So when we opened up the patient, I was like expecting, okay, we're going to expect some weird shit going on in this abdomen. So there's this mass here. So we opened up we did an exploratory laparotomy. Okay. And then, when we opened up the patient, what we saw was her omentum, okay? You guys know what an omentum is? Omentum and is the fat that it's like a skirt of fat that covers the bowels, okay? So in your abdomen you have like the stomach right here. In your abdomen you have the stomach, okay? And it has this layer of fat. It has this skirt of fat. So imagine your stomach has a skirt. Your stomach has a skirt made out of fat. Like this. It's yellow. And behind this skirt is the intestines. Okay? Behind the skirt is the intestines. So, if we look at it in here, this is like a cross section. This one is your stomach. Oops. Ay, putik, ano to? Why? No. Image in mute. Okay. Imagine this is you side view, okay? This here is your liver, this one is your stomach, and you have, see this? There's a layer of fat attached to it, that's the skirt. That is the omentum. And then behind it are your intestines. Okay? Yeah. So, omentum. In med school, they would call this, the omentum is the policeman of the abdomen. It's the policeman of the abdomen. So, the role of the omentum is actually to protect whatever is behind it. It protects whatever is behind it. So, imagine it is a protective skirt for your bowels. Okay, it's a protective skirt. So, basically, when we opened up the patient, we saw that her omentum was wrapping around a portion of her bowels. Like, really wrapping it around. It really covered whatever that was the mass I felt, basically. That was the mass I felt. It was the omentum wrapping around a certain portion of her bowels. And it was just stuck there. And I'm like, oh, so her omentum did its job. It did its job as being the policeman of the abdomen. It really wrapped it. So we had to access it, right? We had to, like, release the omentum for whatever the heck was going on behind it. And when we did, we found some necrotic bowels, guys. Necrotic small intestines. Here we go. We're gonna see some nasty shit now. Look at that. It's all censored because it's gross, okay? Oh, this is a perfect example right here. Okay, we're gonna look at some gross... Oh, here we go. This one is nice. This is a nice one. This is the perfect example. Okay. So, the pink one here are the good bowels that are alive and well. Alive and well bowels. This dark shit over here, this thing that looks like doom, is necrotic. And they're basically dead. So that's what we saw. We saw this, intestines of doom underneath the omentum. Hey, this is what we saw. Is this safe for YouTube? It should be, because this is an educational stream. And if it is educational, it is safe. So actually, it is safer for me to stream these things on YouTube than it is on Twitch. I can't do this on Twitch. If I stream medical education on Twitch and show these things, they might kick me. I might get tossed. So when it comes to medical education, it is safer to do it here on YouTube. This is for educational purposes. Yeah. That's the reason why I do my medical education streams here on YouTube. Like, I do it here on YouTube already, and I do all my other streams on Twitch. Okay. So, this one's here we go. Necrotic large bowel, but no, hers was the small intestines. Here we go, look, see? Mesenteric torsion. Ooh, this is an interesting one. So we saw this. Here Here we go. Mesenteric ischemia. See, there we go. We got some pictures. Alright. Oh. Let's see, is there any other good, nice pictures here? Okay. Anyway, yeah. What do you do with that dead thing? So when we saw the necrotic bowels, when we saw that shit go, we had to take the bowels out. So we resected the bowels. So it was small intestine. So here we go. Oh, here, this one's one. Here's one. Oh, I gotta plug my phone here. Oh my god, my other monitor died. What the hell? Okay, there we go. My other monitor died. There we go. Okay, we're back. What do you call, we were, so here's an example of, a dead intestine. So what we do here, you can see the cut of, like, this is the pink one is the live bowels, and then the dark ones are the dead bowels, okay? So what we had to do is we had to resect it. We had to cut it out. We cut it out, and then we reconnect the bowels, the remaining bowels, okay? So that's another anastomosis. So, if we go back to mesenteric ischemia, what is mesenteric ischemia? So, mesenteric ischemia is when, you know, the mesentery is the fat. This is the mesentery over here. Okay, the fat that is attached to the small intestines. Okay, because if you look at the intestines, here, like this one, here, this one, there, this is the intestines, and then it has like a fat attached to it, right? That's the mesentery, and the mesentery has a lot of blood vessels, so these are the ones that give blood to the intestines. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry if you guys are grossed out, but you know, when it comes to medical education, you gotta be prepared to see the gross things. Okay. How long did I get used to it? Looking at these parts. Oh, it didn't take long. I entered the medical field, and I gotta get used to this. You know, I gotta get used to looking at all these things. Okay, here we go. This is another safer example. Okay. So this one is more of torsion, mesenteric torsion. But the effect is the same. Mesenteric torsion is when the mesentery twists on itself and it cuts off the blood supply to the intestines. So if there's no blood supply to the intestines, whatever it's supplying dies. So this is what happened. In this case, in our case, because the CT scan official result was mesenteric ischemia. So mesenteric ischemia is when there is a clog. So this is when there is a blockage or a blockage or a thrombus. A thrombus in the mesenteric vessels. Which causes ischemia. Okay, ischemia means when no oxygen is being delivered. So no oxygen. No oxygen. So if you have a blockage in your blood vessels, if you have like for example, you have a blood vessel, right? Blood vessel, and then you have a thrombus like this here. There's a blockage going on over here. what happens is, although you have like, you're supposed to have blood flowing, but then because of the blockage, what happens is this part, they die. You get no oxygen passing by here. So whatever the blood vessel is supporting does not get enough oxygen, because you know blood brings oxygen, right? So what happens if you don't have oxygen? You die. I mean, as a person, if you don't have oxygen, you'll die. That's the same with our organs. It's the same with the organs of our body. If there is no oxygen, it'll die. Death. Okay. So she had a thrombus. According to the CT scan, there was a thrombus. That was the official result. The thrombus. What caused that? Yeah, having a thrombus. Usually thrombi or thrombus. Thrombi come from it can come from a heart disease, because you know the blood is being pumped by the heart. So if you have some heart problems, it can cause formation of embolus or thrombus. Okay. So that's what happened. Her intestines died because of that. Okay, and we had to take that out. And on top of that, the mesentery also did kind of twist on itself. It did twist on itself, so that was a double whammy. So the chiasm thrombus, and it twisted on itself, and so the intestine died. We had to resect that and then reconnect the bowels together. So oops. Bowel anastomosis. Here we go. Here's an example of a bowel anastomosis. Oh. Where is it? There we go. We did an end-to-end anastomosis, so this is how it looks like. We suture them together. So do you get intestine transplants? I have not seen one. But there is intestine, because, you know, intestines are very long, so I have not seen an intestine transplant, but theoretically it can be done. Okay. So what is next? So right now the patient is in the ICU. Okay. The patient's in the ICU, still recovering. We have to find out what caused the thrombus. Okay. So this thing, mesenteric, her condition, mesenteric ischemia, alright, is usually the presentation is like the patient would have abdominal pain, like really bad abdominal pain, and yet when you do an imaging, you don't see much, or like her pain is just not proportional to how she looks or how she is. So in her case, she didn't have abdominal pain that much when I saw her. She was improving. And the reason why she presented the way she did, like there was not much pain, she was fine, is because the omentum did its job. It really did. The omentum covered her intestines, the dead intestines, like really well. So if you palpate her abdomen when that is happening, she wouldn't feel the pain as much as she would normally do. So it kind of masked the pain, you know, the immense. That's why it was weird. That's why it was like not adding up to it. Alright. So next we have malignant phyllodes tumor. Oh, this one is interesting. Let's make a malignant phyllodes make it orange. Malignant phyllodes. Oops. There we go. Malignant phyllodes tumor. Alright. So what is phyllodes tumor? Phyllodes tumor. Okay. A malignant phyllodes tumor is a tumor of the breast. Alright, so now we're in boobs. We are in boobs now. Boobies. Oh, let me close these. We are now in the we are now at boobs. But I'm not gonna show boobs yet. There are two types of phyllodes tumor. There is the benign and the malignant. Now, this kind of tumor is very... They grow really big. Okay, phyllodes grow very big. They really, like, grow. Let's see if I can show something. Phyllodes tumor. Oh my god, some of these are nasty looking. Alright. Let's go, motivator. Oh my god. You know, if you guys see how large a phyllodes tumor can get and how it looks like on the breast, you guys are not gonna like it. I'm telling you guys, any tumors of the breast, breast cancers are disgusting. They don't look good at all. They are just nasty as fuck. Anyway, there are two types of phyllodes tumors. So there's benign and malignant, and the treatment for those. The thing is with phyllodes tumor, they're usually benign. The thing with them is that they grow really big. They can grow really big in a short amount of time. Like really big to the point that it's very uncomfortable for the patient. Oh my god, these are gross pictures. These are really gross pictures of phyllodes tumor. I don't even know if you guys want to see this. Holy shit, this one is really bad. Yo, this one is really... You guys want to see this? Yeah. Okay, you guys can go look at it because this is really nasty. Yes, they're gross. They can get really big. Holy shit, there's one here that's so gigantic. What the? Holy crap, how is this person even able to tolerate having this large ass tumor? Holy. But anyway, yeah, this is what I see. I see this. It can't be that bad. Go look at it. Phyllodes tumor. Show it to your family and friends. It's gross. It's just imagine some monster growing in your boobs. That's it. Imagine a monster growing inside your boob. That's it. Phyllodes tumor. There's some giant ones here on Google. Those are nasty. Anyway, so the treatment for phyllodes tumor is a mastectomy. Okay. So we have benign. Okay, there's benign. Oh, what the hell? My thing is lagging. My pen tab is lagging. We have benign. And malignant phyllodes tumor. So what we're talking about is malignant, right? Oh my god, it's lagging. The tablet is lagging. The treatment for this is mastectomy, okay? Treatment is It is lagging. Mastectomy is basically removal of the entire breast. Yes, it does grow very big. Cat looking at hot dogs. It does grow very big. So the treatment is mastectomy. Okay. If it's a benign phyllodes tumor, you just remove the tumor and then you're good. But if it's malignant, you need radiotherapy. So this patient, okay. Just imagine this is the boob and then this one is the other boob growing. Like, it looks like that, okay? This is the normal boob. And this is the phyllodes boob, okay? That's how it looks like. This patient came before last year complaining of a gigantic tumor on her breast, okay? So she actually had surgery done. And the biopsy came out as benign phyllodes tumor. Okay, benign. And we thought, okay, we removed everything, we're good. But then, like a few months later, she comes back saying that there's some nodules on her chest, and when we checked, apparently there was tumor on the chest where we removed the breast. So we had to have that removed, and it had it biopsied, and it came out as malignant phyllodes tumor. And then we're like, what the hell? From benign it went to malignant. Does ectomy mean completely cutting? It means remove. Yeah, to remove. So, her benign phyllodes tumor turned malignant, which is very weird and interesting. So we removed that, and then because it turned out malignant, we have to take out more of her tissues or more of whatever was left behind in that chest area, because they could come back. Because it's malignant, so we did another surgery to remove, like, to get our margins, to get more tissues, that possible places where the tumor could grow, and the pathology came out negative. So that means, okay, that means we got everything. Okay. So they said we got everything, but then what happened was, when we removed that, a few days later, maybe give it like 2 days later, there were nodules growing again on her chest, on the area we did our surgery on. She had nodules again after 2 fucking days. That's how fast they grew. And then we were like, what the hell? We just removed everything. Well, why is it back? Malignant. And, yeah. we had to take that out again, and we were like, you know what? You need radiotherapy at ASAP. Yeah, it's she's actually yeah. It's really ugh. Where the hell did that come from? I have a feeling that her tumor metastasized to her lymph nodes, or metastasized somewhere, and now they're just like popping out near the breast area. You really need systemic therapy for that. It can't just be surgery. You gotta give some therapy already. Okay. I think it's all of my... Let me see. I think that's all of my major operations. What do you do to the mass after surgery? Do they cremate it? They send it to histopathology for biopsy. They send it to the pathologist so that they biopsy it and find out what it is, and they dispose of it like later on. They keep it for like, I think there's like a time frame where they keep the specimen, but then after a while they dispose it. They just throw it away. I have not disposed any tissues before, but because you know, if it's a large kind of specimen, it's the pathologist that disposes of it. But if it's like small masses, like example, if I remove a small tumor or a small mass on a patient that I know is just like a sebaceous cyst or a lipoma, something that's really benign, I just throw it. Just throw it in the trash. Wala na. Okay. It's 10:44. Okay. I guess that's all of the surgery. You guys have any questions? Because that's all of the surgeries. Well, not really all, but at least 3 of the surgeries I had to go through. I had to do the past few weeks. Good evening, Doc. Late now in the beginning. That's okay. No problem. Alright. What else? You guys have any questions? So, because that would be all for the cases that I've done the past few weeks. I think another topic I want to cover is the latest issue. How are they so far? They're doing good. Okay, the one that underwent anterior resection is should be undergoing chemotherapy and radiotherapy. The one who had the mesenteric ischemia is still in the ICU, and hopefully they will recover. And this one is the malignant phyllodes tumor. She will be discharged soon. She will be discharged soon, and she has to have radiotherapy. Okay. I'm gonna close this. This and then here we go. Heat time. Oh my god, you guys. Alright. Let's talk about a recent issue in the medical world. And it's getting hot for some weird ass reason. I don't know. It is getting really hot. How do I say interns? Okay, this is the issue, okay? Interns. Okay, I'll just give you a gist of it, okay? So, what happened is, a few days ago, some tweet popped up on my Twitter, okay? It reached my Twitter. It's not even VTuber related or anything, you know. It just showed up on my Twitter. Like, someone ranted about, I think it was an OB-GYNecologist, ranted about, he was saying something about interns, medical clerks and interns going on vacation because of Taylor Swift. So he said, like, he was disappointed, or the term that people are saying, flabbergasted, that these medical interns and clerks were unexcused. They had unexcused absences for going to the Eras tour. that was it. And oh wait, hold on, let me see this. Random question: what is the difference between coughing onto your hand compared to your elbow in terms of spreading more germs? Oh, okay, that's basically because your hands, you touch everything with your hands. So if you cough in your hands and you hold something, you spread your germs there. If you cough in your elbow, it just stays in your elbow because you don't use your elbow to hold anything. Okay? And yeah. Alright. So anyway, back to the thing. Okay, back to the issue. So that was the issue. Wait, I'm trying to look for it. Let me look for it. Interns. Where is it? I tweeted it. I tweeted that. I retweeted it. That guy. Oh, here we go. Let me load it up for you guys. Oh. Can you load? Oh, I can't. Oh no, I have to zoom in. Oh wait, you know what? I should just go to my other window. Hold on. Let me go to... here. Oh shoot, where's the YouTube chat? Oh no, where's the YouTube chat? Okay, there we go. Where's the YouTube chat? Oh no! Sorry. Where's the YouTube chat? The YouTube chat is not... YouTube... Oh, okay. I think I know why. Hold on. See, YouTube chat. The YouTube chat's not here. What? Hold on. I can't find my chat. Where are you? Where are you guys? You guys are gone. Okay, bahala na. Okay, I see why. Hold on, I'm trying to look for my YouTube chat. Ito pala. Ang tanga ko. Ito. There we go. Here we go. There we go. I gotcha. Okay. There you go. There's chat. You guys are so funny. Alright, this is the tweet. Okay. I was left flabbergasted after finding out a number of medical interns and clerks abandoned their duty posts to watch the Eras tour. If you think it's justifiable, then maybe a career in medicine is not for you. Okay, this guy is probably... So a lot of people started roasting this dude, okay? A lot of people came to his tweet and started replying like, "Oh my god, what have you done?" Like, what is this? Like, toxic healthcare industry, which is true actually. The healthcare industry is kind of toxic, but it can't be helped. The environment is really bad. It's really shitty in the healthcare industry. So, patingin nga mukha ng flabbergasted. And a lot of people are saying if the files leave and approved, what's the concern? It's the benefit of every bawat empleyado or every employee. And then, di naman sila nag-awol, di naman siguro nag-absent days during their internship, blah, 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 blah. So these people assumed, or probably, I think a lot of them thought that interns and clerks are employees. They're not. Okay. Here's the thing. I will explain this, okay? So, what are medical interns and clerks, okay? Medical clerks in the Philippines, okay? Here in the Philippines, because this is in the Philippines. Medical clerks are actually students. They are 4th year medical students. Medical school here in the Philippines is 4 years. So depending on the institution, majority is 4 years. And clerks are 4th year medical students. So, but they are special compared to like the first to third years, because in 1st to 3rd year medical school, the student is in a classroom setting. So like you know, like in college, you're in a classroom, they teach you, they lecture, and they teach you stuff. You have exams. Well, if you're a clerk, you are a 4th year medical student, that is your final year. And it is not classroom setting anymore. It is not. As a clerk, you are in the hospital setting. You are being trained to go on duty, okay? Like doing the 24-hour or more than 24-hour duty, while being taught in by the residents or the consultants. You go on rounds, you join rounds with the consultants, and they teach you teaching rounds. There we go, teaching rounds. You do have preceptorship where you have like group SGDs, or what do you call it? Group conferences. You have conferences and they teach you. You, as interns, you have to interact with patients, okay? So this is like a transition between a classroom setting and hospital setting, except this time, because here you are exposed to what you in the hospital. You interview patients, you take their history and PE, you have to report it to the resident, to the consultant, this is when you start learning things hands-on. So that is a medical clerk. And medical intern is a doctor who graduated med school. So they graduated med school, they have their MD title. If you graduate med school, you get your MD title, but you are not licensed. So a medical intern is a doctor who is not yet licensed. And they need to undergo 1 year of internship before they can take their licensure exam. So what is the difference between an intern and a clerk? A clerk is a undergrad doctor. A clerk is already postgraduate but not yet licensed, and they still undergo rotations. They have to go through duties. It's still a training for them. It's a training for them to expose them more to the hospital setting. They are still under, they don't get paid. Interns, yes. Interns are not paid. They are given a stipend. So some institutions give them like 1,000 pesos a month or 2,000 pesos a month. That's how shit it is. That's how bad it is. But you get like free meals and shit. You get the advantages of whatever the hospital, like, you know, free. At least in my experience, I had, like, you know, free lodging, you can have free food. They give you free nutrition, free places, free beds or whatever in the hospital. Free medical checkup, consultation, stipend, and you get a stipend. Some hospitals give 1,000, some give 2,000. Some have 3, I don't know. Okay, so that medical clerk, since you're students, right? You're a 4th year medical student. You don't get paid. You're the one paying the institution, the school, the medical school. You're still on tuition, so that's one. Okay. Maybe this guy was a little harsh for saying maybe a career in medicine is not for you. It is kind of harsh. It sounds harsh, but the thing is, if you are a clerk or a 4th year medical student, if you're a 4th year medical student in training, and then you ask for, you have to ask permission to, you know, go on a vacation, and they depends on the institution or your bosses, if the absence will be excused or unexcused. Okay, so if you're absent and it's considered excused, an excused absence is usually if you're sick, or if you have you have to go to someone died in your family or something like that, anything like important. So that would be an excused, like if there's a special occasion, it's excused. Okay, but usually an excused absence, you have to make up for it. So if you're absent for 1 day but it's excused, you have to make up for it for 1 day duty. That's how it is in both as both a clerk or an intern. If your absence is unexcused, like like an Eras tour, you're going on vacation. You're going on vacation as a trainee, it'll be considered an unexcused absence, and you have to make it up ×2. So one unexcused absence would be like 2 duties, something like that. It depends on the institution. Minsan, if you're late, that's equivalent to like a half day or something like that. There's stuff like that. Okay, so when you are an intern or a med student, I mean, if I remember correctly, as a student, you don't exactly go on vacation because you have breaks, right? There's like a break as a student, and that's when people go on vacation. But you don't go on vacation during the days you have school, right? In the case of medical clerks, they do have 1 year of being in the hospital setting, but once they're done, they are given a lot of time to go on vacation afterwards. I mean, you don't go into internship right after clerkship. That's when you can go on vacation. It's just that, see the difference as there we go. There's a huge difference in definition between employee and medical workers. The difference is clerks and interns are being trained. You guys they are being trained to be in the hospital, because if you're a healthcare worker, if you're a doctor, this is doctor, okay? This is not a nurse. A nurse usually has duties like they stay on duty 8 hours. sometimes 12. It depends on the hospital. Nurses get more breaks than doctors because their shifts are by 8 hours. Okay, a doctor, especially if you're a resident, you go on duty for 24 hours. Every 3 days, or maybe even more. Every 3 days. And as a doctor, you are on call. You are always on call because you're a doctor. That's why. That is why. The training is kind of harsh. Diba, depending on anong profession ng doctor. Yes, if you are a surgeon, you are on call almost all the time. If you are an ER doctor, you have shifts, but each shift you are on duty is really loaded because it's the ER. You get a lot of patients, but you have shifts. There are days where you get breaks. If you are an anesthesiologist, you are also on call. Just like, because if a surgeon prefers you to be their anesthesiologist in a surgery, you are on call. If you're an internist, you're not really on call. Not really, not like surgeons. Okay? Is that per day or per month? Any day. That's per day, not per month. That's the life of a doctor. That's why these people who are commenting on this guy and trying to rip this guy apart. I looked at their QRTs and replies, and they don't understand how it is. A lot of them don't understand how it is to be a medical professional, a healthcare worker. A lot of them don't understand that being a doctor is totally different from being a corporate employee. I mean, if you're a corporate employee and you file for a leave or you get paid time off or paid, vacation, yeah, you can fight for that. Yo, go ahead. But these are medical students that are still in training, and Do you think that case is only here in the PH? Actually, I think it is probably not just here. I think it is similar in other places, in other countries. The medical field is very grueling. It is very it is a very toxic environment. Yes, I can agree to that. But the thing is, you're dealing with people's lives. That's the thing. You are dealing with people's lives. So the stress is actually really high. It is a profession that is not as forgiving as being, in corporate. It is not as forgiving. Because imagine if you handle a patient and you're not there when something happens, you miss something. It's not just, it's a patient's life, it's a person's life, the weight is a lot heavier. Okay? No wonder my med buds have more Yeah, well, law is hard in itself, it's difficult in itself, but the thing is, with medicine, you are handling people's lives. That's the difference here. Okay? If anything, Okay, let's see. So, securities. A lot of people here are, look at this, someone made a meme out of him. People made a meme out of this. People are making memes and make screenshots. Anyway, they're just, they're making fun of him, but a lot, if I look at the replies and QRTs, a lot of them don't understand. And it's kinda, I feel bad for this guy, actually. Also, I found out from a colleague of mine, okay, that these medical interns and clerks that abandoned their duty to watch the Eras tour, to go there, actually went AWOL. This is they went AWOL, actually. I heard that they actually just went AWOL. They didn't actually ask permission properly. So actually, it's their fault. That's what I heard, okay? They actually went AWOL, that is their fault. Yeah. That's what I heard, okay? I think I will give a benefit of the doubt that probably some of them applied or like tried to, you know, say, can I leave because I'm going to this concert because blah 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 blah. They probably did that and were willing, maybe they were willing to pay for the unexcused absences. Like I'm sure this would be called an unexcused absence. Okay. If they leave, they will be willing to pay, you know, to do the extra duties for their unexcused absences. Okay? So, I think nadamay sila sa nangyari. I think there were some interns maybe that did it properly, but then there were some clerks and interns that just went AWOL, nadamay sila, alam mo yun. But given na the hospital are still corporate institution, this is a PR nightmare. The environment is totally different. You cannot compare a healthcare employee to someone that works under the administration in a corporate institution. That's very, very different. Very different. On call even at 2. Yes, any time of the day you are on call, especially surgeons. If you're being called for a surgery, it doesn't matter what time it is. It can be 3 a.m. in the morning and you're being on call because someone got stabbed in the abdomen and you're the one. Because you know, what do you call this? If you're okay, here's the thing. We are talking about interns and clerks, right? These are basically students or in training. If you're a resident or a fellow, you are a licensed doctor, or even a consultant. You are a licensed doctor. You are still in training, but you are licensed. Okay? And depending on which hospital you work in, you are also considered an employee. So this is where it becomes a little bit more. You are both a healthcare worker and an employee. Okay? And this is where you can actually file for a vacation leave as a resident. Okay? And this filing for vacation leave as a resident is totally different from a medical intern and clerk, because if you file for it as a vacation, you're just file it properly and you can go. So actually doctors, residents, they do get vacations as long as they file it properly. Okay? It's just that it's limited. Okay. I'm sorry to always bring somewhat legal means in relation to labor and stuff. That's fine. So, unfortunately for this guy, they're roasting him into tweet. A lot of people don't understand. And I don't blame them, but I don't blame the people I don't blame the people not familiar with it. Because, you know, it's really totally different. Pwede mag-file din lang sinabi kung papayagan. Yeah. No, but I mean, like, if you're a resident, you can file for a leave. You can file for a leave. At least in my experience, when I was, you know, I was able to get vacations pretty easily. They don't stop you. Sometimes they'd ask you why, but then, you know, like, they just ask you why, that's it, and then it doesn't really matter. I mean, if I look at some of the tweets here, they're like, you don't even need to say why you're on vacation, you know, like, they said that, like, yeah, but these people don't understand that these are clerks and interns. It is very different. Okay. So, minsan labag pa sa loob nila. Yeah, I feel like in some corporate, like, I've seen some stuff like some corporate people they really are so, you know, they're really so, like, they don't want you to leave. You see the thing here's the thing, in medicine, if you're a resident, or even here as a clerk or an intern or a fellow, if you're planning to be absent or planning to go on leave, you always ask someone to cover for you. So, you know, you always have someone cover for you so that your post is not abandoned. That's the thing. So, I don't know if these students, these interns and clerks, did that. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to Singapore, watch Taylor Swift. I don't know if they talked to their colleagues or their classmates to, like, can you cover for me on this day because I'll be absent. But I heard they just went AWOL. I heard that they just went AWOL, so. But if you're a resident or a fellow or even a consultant, all you have to do is just ask someone to cover for you, and then you're all good. Kawawa you innocent interns and clerks. Yeah, I know, right? It's harder to advocate for yourself in healthcare compared to in other fields. You can't outright say these conditions are unsafe or unfair for me and I won't do it because... Yes, that's right. That's right. It's really different. That's why, it's not like corporate employees where, you know, you can go absent, or what's the risk of doing all these things? Probably your reputation, or, you know, getting fired or something like that. But you don't kill anyone. You probably do a little damage to the corpo or something. But here, when it comes to medicine, you're dealing with lives. That's the thing. That's what makes it a lot heavier. You're dealing with the patient's lives, and that is why the training of doctors is very harsh. It's very harsh. You are trained to go on duty because as a doctor, you are always on call. And aside from that, as a doctor, you have to deal with people just like this talking to this guy in real life. Imagine, you know, imagine like you have a patient, right? You went on vacation, you went on leave, and then suddenly this patient is looking for you. Something happens to the patient, is looking for you. You did not have someone cover for you, and then the patient dies. Okay. I mean, wouldn't that be heavy on your heart? I think I actually know someone in med school who something like that happened. He really got scolded. Because yeah, it was really bad. A PowerPoint spreadsheet of chicken can certainly wait for your fair treatment, but not the full bloom Tucson. Yeah. Full blues. You know, it's like you yeah. So I don't think I can forgive the people talking shit about this guy, because I don't think they fully understand how it really is. I think, can you look at QR keys? Let's see. Look at this. Okay, here's one. Clerics are paid for. If your system literally collapses when you're unable to exploit medical students under guise of training, maybe deserves to fail anyway. This one is, this guy is actually wrong. I'm gonna say this guy is wrong. This guy is... I don't wanna... He's wrong. We don't... The thing is, they, you know... Oh, Johans with... Vaxon. Thank you for the sub. This guy's wrong! This guy assumes that medical students... the system collapses because there's no medical students. That's wrong. The system does not collapse without, when you lose the medical students. We went through COVID, okay? We went through COVID and shit. And medical clerks and interns were pulled out of the system. Okay? Medical clerks and interns were pulled out of the system for a year or so during COVID. So what happened is the consultants, the fellows, the residents, or whoever was licensed covered for everything. They did everything that whatever the interns do, we did it. So the system did not collapse. The system does not collapse because there's no med students or no interns. It does not. It's just their medical students and interns help the residents or the system. At the same time, it's their training. Okay, so this guy is wrong. This guy's wrong. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy here does not know what he's talking about. There's a lot here. My hot take: technically, clerks and interns are still students. The hospital can still function in their absence. Yeah, this is true. Enough of this toxic senior doctor attitude at once. Para naman mag-resume. Okay. The first actually, this is true. Technically, clerks and interns are still students. The hospital can still function in their absence. This is true. Some hospitals don't have interns, and they can function. Okay. Now this one, the toxic senior doctor attitude. This exists. This culture still exists in some hospitals. There are some hospitals that are trying to get rid of this toxic senior-junior relationship. But there are other hospitals where it still exists, sadly. Okay. It happens. So, I had a stream about the hierarchy of medicine, where I said the medical clerks are the dirt that everyone steps on, and then as you go higher in the hierarchy, you get more respected. That's basically it. There is a hierarchy in medicine. The medical clerks are the students. They're the dirt everyone walks on, but at the same time, it's their training. You know, just like training in kung fu or some martial arts, you're the dirt they walk on until you get stronger. But there are institutions that have this toxic culture in residency. They have this toxic culture in residency where the senior is power tripping. Like there are power tripper seniors. There are. I have seen it. I have experienced it, and it's not nice. It is not good. Some institutions have tried to remove this, and that is a good thing. I think that kind of culture, that toxic power tripping culture of a senior over their junior should go. That does not help in the environment. I would agree with that one. There are some, you know, I've seen it, and it's not good at all. It does not help. Being toxic being a power tripper or being abusive or anything towards your junior does not help the junior at all. It does not. It just makes them scared of you. So, yeah. Well, I hope they had a great time in Aerostore while you're being flabbergasted. You know what? They definitely had a great time in Aerostore, and then, while this guy was being flabbergasted at work, these students that enjoyed their Aerostore are probably now on the verge of ending their careers as doctors. For even going AWOL. What the hell, man? this guy right here, please. Oh my god. And then someone even pointed this out, the duality. See, this is the thing. This right here, the duality. They say that this doctor did not get a ticket. That's why he's saying this. Like, no, that's not it, yo. That's not it. This guy didn't get a ticket, but it's not related to, like, these students who went to the Eras tour. This guy's a licensed doctor. The students are not. That's different. I don't know why they brought this up. Like, you guys don't understand. That's why when I saw this, I'm like, you guys don't understand what the heck's what's going on here. Like, a lot of people are like, my god. Here we go. This guy gets it. You know this guy's a doctor because he has MD, and his name is, what the hell? His name is Thirsty Tito MD. Thirsty Tito MD. He got it. It's difficult to make non-med people understand that medical interns, clerks, first-year residents are not entitled to edification. First-year residents, some are entitled, actually. Fellows, some are entitled. I think it depends on the institution. They can only find the signals of that. Yeah. Look at this guy, and then this guy made a point, and then people are roasting him. We understand naman, but we don't have to like it. Yeah, you don't have to, and it doesn't excuse the unreasonable toxic. Like, yeah, you don't. You're not in the medical field. Don't. It's totally different. It is different. He does not. He says he understands, but he does not. He does not understand. He does not understand. It is different. Pero parang okay lang sa'yo. It's not that it's okay. They were actually in the wrong, yo. I don't know what is wrong with this person. This one is wrong. Residents and fellows can have vacation leaves. I think it depends on the institution. If there's an institution that does not allow residents and fellows to go on vacation, there is something up with that institution. But so far, the hospitals I know, they actually do. They give them vacation. So I don't know. I don't know what hospital. I have no idea what hospitals these are that don't give residents and fellows vacations. Like what? They fail to realize that intercirculars are under the... Oh, here we go. Yeah, this one. They're under Chen and APMC number. That's one huge difference too. Clerks and interns are under Chen and APMC. They're not under Bill. So yeah, these guys don't understand. Here we go. See? This guy gets it too. What people don't realize is that clerks, PGI, or interns, residents are all trainees. They must be at the hospital to train. Yes, you may think it's toxic because it is. How would you manage patients when you actually prefer to be outside the hospital watching concerts? Oh my god. Yep. A lot of people don't see that. It's sad. This is why people in the... This is why there's like doctor shaming happening sometimes. You know, this is why some doctor shaming happens, because they don't understand what the heck's going on. People don't understand how it is. Power trippers should not be tolerated. Yeah, that's what I said. I think the toxic senior junior thing exists in some institutions, and it's really bad. Okay, let's go back to my channel. The toxic senior junior thing exists, and it should change. I think there are some hospitals that really do. I've heard stories, okay? Like, one of the worst ones I've heard is, you know that show before that, with that, yung Filipino, ano yan? Yung, abot kamay ang, abot, ano yan, langit kamay, something, what is that yan? Basta yun, abot kamay sa langit, something. That one telenovela with the neurosurgeon that I was like watching clips of. That one. I was watching clips of. What you see, if you saw the first few episodes, that's how it is in residency. They really are harsh, and there are some institutions that actually do make their juniors wash their cars. But so far, I did experience that, so I guess I was lucky. Next time, maging paramedic na lang kayo para makalabas kayo. Paramedic! The toxicity, that one is hard to address. Okay, the toxicity thing is hard to address because it is deeply rooted in the culture. So of some institutions where there's residents, it is very deeply rooted. So the only way you can change that is if the change starts from within. Naks naman, no? The change has to start from within. The change has to start from the junior residents. You know, it's a cycle. If a senior is toxic or abusive towards the junior will feel resentment and will do it to their juniors, and the cycle repeats. But there are some institutions, and they are learning that they experience the nastiness of their seniors, and they don't want their juniors to experience that. That's where the change begins. If you can do, if the residents can do that, like, don't let your juniors experience what you experience. If you don't like it, don't do it to them. You know, then that's where the change starts, and that's where the improvement can begin. My neighbor teacher told me that it's cultural, yung toxicity na. Yeah, it's cultural. There can be a hierarchy, but for sure, when there's a hierarchy, there can be some abuse, but I'm pretty sure there can be a hierarchy where there is no abuse. Parang hazing, in a way, it's not really hazing. Like, not like in frats where the hazing I know in frats when they beat you. But this is not what they do. It always boils down to which mindset seniors handle suffering. Either I don't want to suffer like that, or if I suffer they should too. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is actually. A lot of the time it's this happened to me, so therefore you guys need to experience it too. Okay. When I was as a resident, a junior resident, I did experience, actually, you know, when I was a junior resident, I didn't experience a bad abuse. I did have a senior who I really dislike. Okay, oh my god, it's 11:30. I will say this, okay? This is why I'm a VTuber. They don't know who I am, so I'm gonna say this. I hope I don't have okay, I'm gonna say this is my experience, okay? As a junior resident, I had a senior that I didn't like at all. I had a senior that I didn't like at all because that senior was that senior was a bitch. She's a bitch. No, she was very hot-headed. Okay, she's very hot-headed. Like, she would treat me as if I was an idiot all the time. I was like an idiot all the time. I'm like, what is wrong with this? And I would be like, what is wrong with this woman? I'm like, yeah, I'm a junior resident. I'm a junior resident. Of course I don't know anything. You gotta teach me. I'm a junior resident. I don't know everything. I'm like clueless here. You gotta teach me. Okay. Like, I could see the favoritism also. Like, she would favor my other co-residents of the same year level as me over me. For some odd reason, I don't know why. Okay. And every time, like, you know, when I would go on duty as a junior resident and I needed help, I could call a senior. Like, I don't understand this. Can you help me? And the other seniors, they would help me. Okay, they were like, sige. Okay, and then when it was her, because she was like the rotator for the subspecialty, like it was a patient. It was about a patient under like certain subspecialty, and I would ask her like, I would call her, okay, because it was like what 12 midnight. The juniors are out. The juniors are out doing rounds and checking on patients, and the seniors are just sleeping in the call room. The seniors are sleeping in the call room, so I would call her. I had to wake her up. So I needed help. I don't know what to do. So I called her, and she just got angry at me for waking her up. I'm like, what the hell, man? She got angry at me for waking her up. I'm like, okay, so what the hell am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, if I make the wrong move here, the consultant's just gonna get angry at me because I did something wrong. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, and I was like, I it would make me angry because I'm like, oh, she's sleeping. She didn't even help me. Oh my god, yeah, that stuff happens, yo. Even during endorsements, when I'm endorsing new patients, when I'm endorsing the new patients on my shift to the next on duty, she would start asking me questions like, why, what is your diagnosis for, why is this, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? I'm like, I tried calling you, but you didn't answer, and she would just get angrier. And then, there was one time, I remember this one because, there was one time, so, I was doing my rounds in the morning, and then there was this patient, a kid patient, that, a nurse called me and said, hey, doc, this patient's medication is, the pharmacy called, and they say the dosage of this patient's medicine is, it's underdosed. They said it's underdosed, and I need to do it. Recalculate it. So I said, oh, okay, sure. So, I looked at it. I looked up how to calculate the thing. I just needed like what do you call this? The formula, not the formula. I needed a certain value to calculate it. Because, medications for pediatric patients, you gotta calculate the dosages based on their weight. So I just needed this one value for this antibiotic. So I calculated it, and then I wrote it down. I wrote down my orders, like, okay, shift this patient's antibiotic to ganyan milligrams per IV every 8 hours, blah, blah, blah. I wrote it down, okay. And I was confident with what I wrote down. I was confident. And then, I'm continuing doing my rounds after that. And then she starts calling me. She called me on my phone. And I'm like, why is she calling me like this morning? And then she was getting angry at me, dude. She was yelling at me through the phone. Why did you change this? Why did you change this dosage? Like, I'm like, huh? I said, because the pharmacy called the nurse saying that the dosage is underdosed, so I had to recalculate it. And she was still angry at me, like, she's like, do you even know how to calculate? I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes, I do. I calculated it, and it was correct. My calculation is right. And then she was like, are you even the rotator for this? Blah, blah, blah. Because, she's a senior and I'm a junior. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you should tell me. Blah, 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 blah. You're not even the rotator. You don't know how to. You don't even know this. You don't even know. She just goes like that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Bakit tama? I'm like, are you kidding me, man? And then she starts telling me, you're going to report on this later. Like, are you kidding me? Like, report on the dosages of this antibiotic, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, oh my god, you just give me, I am stressed out and you're adding more stress by making me do this. So I'm like, I have to make a freaking PowerPoint presentation on medical dosages, and then I reported it to her, and I was right! I was right with my calculation. She didn't say anything. She would be like, I'm like, okay, this is the MKD of this antibiotic, and you multiply it to the weight and blah 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 blah. And I was right. I was right all along. And she was quiet. She didn't say anything. I was right. And she's like, next time you have to inform your senior about blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, sure, noted. I was still right, man. God, that was like. Yeah. Unfortunately, that senior. I hope they expect you to know everything since you have your license. That was my senior. Okay, she's my senior. So yeah, but I really disliked her. She became that senior of mine. Yeah, I really don't like her. I mean, out of all the seniors I've had, I really despise her. I don't like her at all. I don't like her at all. I really don't. until now. Even when I see her, I'm like, ugh. I cringe when I see her. Sometimes I see her, even though we're like, you know, we're consultants. She's like, I still cringe. Man. But yeah, that's basically an example of how, you know, seniors can make your, you know, she's in her menopausal arc. And she's only like a few years older than me. I don't know. Is she a few years older than me, or I don't know. Probably like 10 years older than me or something. I don't even know. I don't know how old she is, but she was a bitch. I'm saying. She's a bitch. But you know, despite that, that was just one senior that was like that. The rest of my seniors were okay. May mga senior, meron naman akong senior na may topak, pero they were much better than she was. You know. I remember our chief resident at one time. I was a first year. Our chief resident got angry at us. This one is weird. This one is a weird one. It's actually forgivable for me because he's usually nice, but there's just sometimes that, you know, topak siya. There was like one time I was, you know, doing he told us parang inutusan kami, okay? Inutusan kami. Alright, okay, first years, he goes like, I want you to bring water to the call room. Change the water in the dispenser. You have to get the water from this place and then bring and we're like, oh, okay, sure, fine. Scut work. And like me and my other co-first years were like, okay, let's go get some water, guys. So we're gonna go get water. We got the water. We even found this little push cart in the hospital that some of the janitors use. We're like, hey, we got a push cart. Let's put all the water in here, the gallon, this gallon of water. All right, let's go. And then I had a call from a nurse, so I had to leave. I'm like, okay, you guys put the water. I gotta do some rounds. I'm like, okay. And then is she hot though? No, she's not. Please, she's not. She is not. Come on. If you find her attractive, oh my god. Anyway, so my other co-residents like were bringing the water, and then they brought the water to the call room. Okay. So and then it was like evening. It was gonna be evening now. I think it was like 5 or so, or 6, I don't know. But I was on duty that time, so I didn't give a shit. So I had, okay, I gotta do some rounds, and then the others were at home. And then suddenly the senior on duty, who happens to be the chief resident, he just exploded. He got so angry. And I was so confused. He was like sending messages and saying, like, didn't I tell you first years to put water in the call room? And I'm like, did you guys? And I was like messaging like, didn't you guys put water in the call room? And they're like, yeah, we did. Like, why is he so angry? And then he started calling them back. He called them back, like, all first years better be here in the hospital. Walang uuwi. Ganun. And like, and some of them actually left, and they had to go back. They went back to the hospital. They were like, what the hell's going on? They were like, so what the heck's going on? We put water in, and why is he so angry? Like, so one of them was already in a mall having a date with his girlfriend, and the other was like on a bus on the way home. But then when those messages came, they're like, oh, the guy abandoned his date, and then and then he had to take the bus back. Back to the
confused. Like, and we were like, and I was like, we were like whispering to each other, like, did you put water? And like, yeah, we did. We just put the water. We did what he said. And he was like, I don't buy it. And the chief was like, I don't buy instructions ko. And we're like, you said put water in the column. And ano sabi ko? Put water in the column. Meron naman, Doc. Nandun yung tubig. Hindi yun in the instruction ko. He's like, that's not my instructions. And like, and we were like, what? We were like, what? And he said, sabi ko, I said, get water and replace the one in the dispenser. Not lay it down. Not lay it down beside the dispenser. And we were like, I said, what did you guys do? And then one of them answered, but then there's like still half a gallon of water in the dispenser, so that's why we left it on the side. Sayang yung tubig, Doc. Sayang yung tubig. Hindi yan yung instruction ko. And we were like, what the fuck? And we were like, what the fuck? And then after he like scolded us, he let them go, and I was still on duty, so I didn't give a shit. And on that night, when he let them go, we were like, what the fuck just happened? We were like, what the fuck just happened, yo? Gusto ng fresh water. I don't know. I don't know. Nadamay lang ako. Nagjo-duty ako. Nagra-rounds ako, ha? Nagra-rounds ako ng patient. I was laying rounds on my patients. And then that shit happened. He was just enraged. And I was like, didn't you guys do what he did? And then my co-residents were like, yeah, we did. Apparently, they didn't do his what he said on the, like exactly. He wanted the water on the dispenser and not the water beside the dispenser. Oh my god. You know, if he did that all the time, I would hate that chief president, but to be honest, he was usually very nice and supportive. He just had moments, and that was one of them. Okay. That was one of them that made us scratch our heads like, what the hell just what the hell just happened? And besides, you know, as a junior resident, I'm not gonna lie though, as a junior resident, along with my other co-residents, he had his reasons to, you know, to always punish us. You know, when a senior punishes you, the punishment is you go on duty for a few days straight. Sometimes you go on duty Sundays. Sundays is when doctors have their offs, residents have their offs, because, you know, you're half day, or, you know, you're like, you can go home in the morning, so, or you go straight duties, like you can't go home, right? There's some stuff like that. So ilang taon na yun, I don't know. He was a senior, so he's several years older. There was one time, no rest. Yeah. Oh, well, it's not completely no rest, because if you're in duty with other people, like, it was like 4 of us, and he said, oh, you guys go straight duty. We just take turns doing work. And then the rest could just, like, sleep somewhere. But there was one time where, you know, there are times when his anger is justified, because, to be honest, we were pasaway. Pasaway kami. There was one time, okay, residents have the census, okay, patient census, and he made us do it. He made us make the help, input patients in the census, which he checks every now and then. And the thing was, we were supposed to log in that census like every day. So we did that. We would log it. We would do that. But then I think like midway through the year we got lazy. We got lazy, so we stopped logging, and he wasn't checking it. So there was like several months when we didn't log, and he did not check it. Okay. And then at one point I was like, guys, I think we better do the census, because he might check it and he'll see that there are lots of months where we didn't log anything. You guys, we have to do it. And we're like, and then my other co-residents were like, yeah, we have to do it. Like, I said that for like several days, okay? Like, guys, we have to do it. And then they would be like, oh nga, kailangan gawin na, we need to do it. You know? But then we don't do it. And then I was on duty with another one of my co-residents. And then we were doing rounds at night, so it was like, 10 or 11 p.m. And then he calls us, and he's like, hey, do you remember the password or the folder where the census is? He goes like that. Do you remember where the folder where the census is? And then I hold on to the phone, and I tell my duty partner, and I'm like, he's looking for it, guys. Dude, he's looking for the census. and then like, what do I tell him? And then I just like, it's in that one folder on the desktop. What? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, he can't find it. I'm like, and then I'm like, dude, dude, what do we do? He needs someone to show him where the folder is. So my co-resident says, I'll go do it. Okay. So I'm just doing rounds. And then he goes there. And then I don't hear from him for a while. Like, it's just cool. It's like, I'm doing rounds and I don't hear from him for a while. I'm like, oh no, I gotta go check on him. So I go to the surgery office. I sneak onto the surgery office, and I can hear yelling. I heard yelling from behind the door. I'm like, oh shoot. Like, oh no, he's being yelled at right now. Oh no, he's being yelled at. So I'm like, okay, this was definitely our fault. We didn't do it. So I just walked in casually, like I don't know what's going on. And then he's like, he sees me, the chief resident sees me, and then my co-resident is like sitting down on the chair, being all quiet and everything. Like he looks so depressed. And then I see, and he looks at me, really angry, and he's like, and he tells me, tell your batchmates to get their clothes ready, because they're going on duty for the 1 week. You're all going on duty for 1 week. And I'm like, okay, yes po, yes po. And then we're like, and then we start messaging, hey guys, when you guys come in tomorrow, bring extra clothes, because we're on duty for the whole week. And I'm like, and they're like, what happened? Why? I'm like, it's the census, guys. They're like, oh. And they were like, oh, okay. We gotta do the census. We're gonna be doing the census for 1 whole week. So they come in, and then we're like, okay, guys, let's divide this. We gotta fill this up so that we get. To be fair, it wasn't really 1 whole week. We finished it like in 4 days, so we only did 4 days of straight duties. Tanggap, yeah. It's something you just accept, like, it's our fault. It was our fault. That's what we do. So, yeah. That one was our fault. We didn't do what he said. So that's why we just, you just accept defeat, and we just did it. And we were able to do it in 4 days. So we were... we were okay. What we did was, since it was 4 of us, we just divided the work so it wasn't too tiring. Like, okay, I will be the one to do rounds on this day, and then it's you, and you guys could just chill out. You guys could just chill on this couch. You guys could chill anywhere like that. So yeah, that was it. Oh, Democracy Lover 2124. Oh, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Oh wait, this is D'Angelo for sure. And oh, it's almost 12. Yo, okay. I think we're good. We talked a lot. We actually took long. The stream was 2 hours, almost 2 hours 30 minutes. I think we're good. We're good for tonight. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's residency. So lies and slander. Anyway, yeah, that's residency for you. So I hope you guys learned a lot and had a little, like, insider info on how the medical field is. It's really different. The medical field is totally different from corporate. Okay, healthcare worker, medical professionals are in a very different environment and very different culture compared to like whatever the corporate has. It's totally different. I learned that phyllodes tumors are very gross. Yes, they are. They're very gross. The doctors and their punishments. Yeah. I was lucky that I didn't experience too much of the power tripping. Just one senior. I hated her so much. The other one is just like, he was okay. He just has his moments. Like, I don't know why he had that. The one with the water was just like a what the fuck moment right there. The one with the water was a what the fuck moment. We were like so confused, like what the hell? That was so weird. Also, Steam, yeah, I saw you gifted me, but I didn't take a look. I'll look at it later. So, yeah, thank you. Lots of fun, everyone. I hope you guys learned a lot. And, yeah. You have a peek on medical field. Medical clerks and interns are still students. They are not employees. They are totally different. Alright, let's see. My next stream will be tomorrow. Oh, yes, my next stream will be tomorrow on Twitch. I haven't posted the collab poster yet. I'll post it later. But, yeah, I have a collab tomorrow at 9 p.m. And, raid. I don't raid on YouTube, unfortunately. So, yeah, lots of fun, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. I will post my collab, announcement, maybe tomorrow morning, okay? I hope you guys learned a lot. Thank you for the stream. Yes, lots of fun. Bye-bye, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.